and welcome to the show. How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful day in the city. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How's everybody out there in Facebook land, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all over the world? How are y'all doing? I want to thank each and every one of y'all for always supporting my videos and coming to the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show, as well as GA for Justice with community activist Georgia Allen. We're trying to improve and bring more content, more important content, because as the months go by and the year is about to end, we want everybody to be involved and anticipating in things to come. Today, I want to discuss just some brief things um, about entertainment, about what we are doing here at WVDM Radio. The first thing I want to discuss and let you know about is the WVDM app, radio app. That's it. Is soon will be released on a massive scale, and we want everybody to download this because this is important for our community, our future generation, until we can be able to make things work um, and prosper. And I will be talking about some music today. A couple of artists that I've added, just released. A couple of inspirational artists I will be talking about. And one is Daze, and the other one will be Hope Share. And I'll get back to that in a minute. But I want you to go ahead and hit that share button because I want everybody to be a part of um, this conversation and get the information they need to get. What we're doing is building a platform, which I've been doing this for a while now, building a platform that we can have our 757 artists get some recognition. Last week, I went to an event down in Virginia Beach, and they were saying, well, what do we have to do? Or the questions came up, what needs to be done to get more people involved in engaging in the entertainment? And this is the reason why I developed this program. One thing we can do is we have to take control of the airwaves. We have to take control over the things that affects our community, and and not everybody else's. We've been too long, too busy, um, doing things. We are mostly uh, the breakers of music, the 757. Other areas have their content they break, but we help make the artists that we see on television, videos, we help that to be where it is today. We are one of the forerunners. And it's been other people in the area. But see what people don't understand. You can play radio all day long. And I ain't getting into that scenario. Without you having a facility large enough to bring in national recording artists, it's hard to do. That's why you don't see, when you see national artists, where are they? Chrysler, Scope, and down on Granby Street, Granby Theater, or what is it? Where they perform at, and Hampton Coliseum. Other than that, back in the day, you saw most of the artists at Club Picasso's. Most of the artists that came out performed or got their start at Picasso's. And I can name a few. Ludacris, when he signed with uh, Def Allen, Def Jam label, I think his first performance was at Club Picasso's, 544 Newtown Road. Montel Jordan, first performance was at Club Picasso's. When things happen, we are in negotiation with different peoples, the label, radio stations. Everybody's at the table. It's not a one entity that somebody do. But for your local artists that got national status in the 757, they performed at Picasso's. Don't get it twisted. If not, Club Royal Blue, 1872 East Little Creek Road. Holla at your boy. And they are asking questions, what does it take? Well, I wasn't on the panel, but it seemed like the panel had all the answers. But I'm not going to get into that either. All I know is this. Without showing no recognition to our local talent is an injustice to the 757 who helped birth the careers of a lot of artists that are from here. It requires money. That's the first thing. It requires money to get our local talent, our local artists here to get recognition, to be on the main stage. It's a lot of work. I know because I did it for over 40 years. It's a lot of street work. It's a lot of talking to people. It's a lot of meetings. It's a lot of spending money that you don't have to go to other states to talk to record labels and hoping that, hey, the word get around, and working with the right street teams for record labels. I had help. I had favor with the record labels reps because I knew them before I opened Picasso's. I knew them, some way before I opened, started at the Club Royal Blue. I didn't open up the Club Royal Blue. They were getting ready to close. Like most of the clubs I go into, they're about to close or they don't have any business. So I work out contracts to get their business up and running and make it profitable when they was already in zero status. I've been blessed to do that. That's why I started my own internet radio station, because I know the talent we have here and they are not being looked at. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. They have to be educated. They have to be put in a lot of work. And they already working a job or two jobs to get studio money. Then they got to write the song, make the beats, get the right music, get the rights to the right music. It's a lot of work. And some of them don't know how to do it. They're just thinking, hey, I'll go in the studio and call the N word and the B word, and I'm going to be all right. All right, all right. It doesn't work that way. And when it does, you see what our communities have turned into. because everybody's competing for the bag. Everybody wants to be on top. Everybody wants to sing the negative words and do all crazy stuff to get attention, and they don't have to do it. God gave them gifts, you gifts, me gifts, before we was in our mother's womb, before we even was born on the planet called Mother Earth. We got gifts. But yet, because we don't recognize that we have gifts and other people do, they'll trick you and tell you, well, you got to sing this, you got to sing this, you got to say that. If you want to be on top, you want to get the bag. But one thing I learned about music, there's an audience for everything, for everybody. That's why my station is called WVDM. And the title, Frequency Distribution. I don't play one genre of music. I play them all because our ancestors created the music when they came from Africa. It's our heritage. It's our heritage. Music in America is our heritage. Yeah, and other people learned that was singing too. But at the same time, they begin to mimic our music. Everybody does. Everybody does. Don't get it twisted. You are gifted with a voice from God. Some of us been tricked to do and say negative things with the words that we create, with our creativity. That's why it's called intellectual property. And for those that may not know what intellectual property means, it means that you created it with your mind. You created it by a thought. You created it by emotion, an expression that God give you. That's why it can't be tampered with. Now, I can talk about you shouldn't say this and say that. But then back in the 80s, Al Gore's wife, Tipper Gore, went to Congress and said, the music is too demonic. And one of the artists she mentioned was Prince, and another one was Guns N' Roses. And they would say, if you spin rock and roll backwards, you would hear the word devil worship. You're worshiping the devil in their music. And that's another topic for another day. That's why you have the explicit label on music, because Congress passed it. Notice how when it's something that affects their community, they pass bills. That's what they do. But in our community, they don't care. They deregulated radio in the late 80s. And what you mean by deregulating? FCC rules and regulations were deregulated. And that's why you have all the DJs on the radio today in the black market can say what they want, talk the way they do, because they didn't have to go to broadcasting school. Most of the DJs never went to broadcasting school, doesn't hold a license. Only before 1987, you had to have a FCC license, and I got one. So don't get it twisted. I'm letting you know the real deal. And most people don't understand to the 90s, because I've been DJing ever since the 70s. Alcohol for radio was not allowed to be mentioned on the radio. Now you want to know how the hip hoppers got rich and got famous? Because they put it in the music. And by putting it in the music, FCC can't do nothing about it because it's an intellectual property. Know what's legal and illegal. But spiritually, you don't have to do it. You don't have to use profanity, calling the N word and the B word. You're not even supposed to use those words. Donald Trump been breaking laws ever since he been elected president. When he said, "Get that son of a B off the field," you're not supposed to use that word. You're not supposed to use a microphone to incite a riot or a bullhorn, any type of electronic equipment. Is illegal because it incites people to do good or bad. But I'm sticking on our community as a whole. Our young people are dying in the streets. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to continue to pretend that it ain't happening. We're going to continue to pretend that our loved ones don't matter. These are the treasures. These are the resources of the United States of America and the world. Young people, because I'm old, you're getting older. So what that means? The young people have to stay on the battlefield. They have to stay engaged. So why is our community a battlefield? Why is it so destructive that a mother lose a 10-year-old son shot by a 12 or 14-year-old kid, his friend, and he was white? Why is it that our community is riding through the neighborhood, shooting at senior citizens' houses, black and white? It shouldn't matter what race, creed, or color. We're not in a war. Why are we a war zone? Don't they know that's the pipeline to prison? They're going to catch them. They're going to get 20 to 30 years. And that ain't killing. School is about to open. What are we going to do, people? Are we waiting for another return to last year? Another child take a gun to school and shoot a teacher? All our schools are turning into prisons. You got to have metal detectors and police. Teachers don't want to teach because they're afraid. I know when the town of Republican was talking about, hey, we're going to let the teachers take guns to school. If something happened, they can protect the kids. Well, good thing they didn't do that. Because you already know that was somebody talking ignorant. That was only to make you feel that they were, we're going to do what we want to do. Everything is what the other party wants to do. I think most of the people on the planet want to live. The only people that don't want to live or don't want to do nothing is the people that's keeping you in bondage. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Filipinos, Mexicans, everybody is trying to keep you hostage. And all we are here on the planet called Mother Earth trying to survive and live. And if God wanted that, God can end that in a blink of an eye. If God wanted us dead, he can end it in a blink of an eye. Man got to build weapons. What part you don't understand? That ain't God. But there's two gods, one of heaven and one of earth. But I didn't come to talk about religion. I'm trying to get the understanding of what are we going to do this school session. And they're talking about COVID is up on the rise again. A different strand. What are we going to do, people, when you see fires that wipe out a whole community? Flooding, people losing their lives and their properties, hurricanes and tornadoes. What are we going to do? Because all I see is lip service in Washington. All I see is lip service in the Capitol. Everybody wants to jock for a position, and when they get it, they get up there and do the same thing they've been doing for the last 200 years. Every time somebody get in office doing something for the people, they brainwash you and tell you they're the problem. No, the Republicans are the problem. Stop fooling yourself. The Republicans raise taxes, cut programs, and tell you the Democrats are spending too much money. Well, people, it's our money. It's your money. It's your children's money. They act like the only people that got the money. Why don't y'all stop spending for 3 months? Don't spend no money out there and see what happens. Since they want to be, it's our money. No party holds control over the money, over the balance of the people. Our young people are dying. Senior citizens are crying because they can't get assistance. Medicare, Social Security, they give you bare minimum, but you can drop them bombs. You can make them bombs. You can make them bullets. People want to live and enjoy life because that's what I thought the Bible said, and have it more abundantly. It didn't say weapons. I don't see in the 10th commandment. I don't see, it says thou shalt not kill. I see that. Everybody killing. Everybody dying. Everybody, no matter what color he is. Everybody got an attitude because they forgot to pray. Oh, we don't talk about religion no more. Don't fool yourself. The government has control over that. That's why they talk about prosperity. That's why they call it prosperity preaching. You pray to God, you send some money into me, and God gonna bless you. Well, he already blessed me. That's how you getting the money. But you want me to take my money and give you so you don't have to do nothing but sit in the pulpit and tell me, put money in the church. Why don't you go to some of them churches you've been putting their money in and see how much return you'll get? None. Bare minimum. Everybody wants to be a preacher. Everybody wants to be a preacher. And our kids are dying in the street. I keep telling people I've been doing this ever since I was a child. I was raising my nieces and nephews. I know what losing lives are to death. My niece was shot 4 or 5 times at 21. Just turned 21 in New York. Her boyfriend shot her. Then they say he didn't commit suicide. Somebody shot him. What's going on, people? Everybody loses loved ones. Another one of my nephews in New York, in the wrong place at the wrong time, died at 20. Just graduated from high school. He was just about to go to college, 19. Another one of my nephews down in the ATL, standing outside his apartment building. Somebody, a drive-by, he was a security guard, and killed him. I don't know what to tell you. All I know is this. Scripture tell you who you are. He said, until my people humble themselves, fall down on their knees and humble themselves, and only then I will hear their cry in heaven, and only then I'll heal the land. The land is sick. Why you think you sick? Why you think the problem is going on? We are misguided. We're being directed in other directions. But our kids don't deserve to be afraid to go to school, shouldn't be afraid to walk to the bus stop, get to school, got to be searched by metal detectors and officers and look the wrong way. You can get sent right back home. And this message is for the young people that's going to school. One thing you should do is respect your teacher. Respect means good morning, good morning, good morning, Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. And Miss can stand for both. Okay? So she's married or she's single. It don't matter if you say Miss or Mrs. Have some respect for yourself and have some respect for your teacher. Have some respect for your father's name. Your father's name. Don't matter if you're a boy or girl. That last name means something because when you're born, it's on a birth certificate. Whether or not your mother put it on the certificate or left it off. But respect yourself because you are somebody's child. And no shade to the mothers, but you didn't bring the child in the world by yourself. But most of these children are dying without knowing their father or even having visitation. He's responsible just like you are. But unfortunately, you should be learning from his mistakes. That's why he's incarcerated or dead. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just stating the facts because that's what's need to be said. We got to stop pretending. Hey, I'm a boss. Well, the kid at 6 years old in Newport News last year, her mother's facing jail time or whatever that they decide. I guess she was a boss too. Before her son got a hold of her gun, took it to school. Everybody's a boss until Popo come get you. Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad girl, ain't no twerking. Ain't no twerking now. We all make mistakes. We all fall short of grace. That's why we have to come together and teach our young because they are the resources of this nation. The United States of America. They said, God bless America. But if ain't nobody here, if a real war break out, it's too late to start crying because people will be dying. We got to talk to people. Why? Because mental health is an issue. It's a big issue. Guns is one issue, but mental health in the hands of somebody, a gun in somebody's hand that got mental problems, You are fighting a losing battle. Kid got killed last week. Parents say they tried to get him in a game and he didn't want to join. If he didn't tell you, then why not? A closed lips sink ships. Maybe I got it backwards. Of course, ain't nobody talking. And a lot of people, a lot of mothers ain't crying when their kids are dying. I get emotional every time I look at the news. What it's going to take. Somebody got to stand up. Somebody got to take a chance and talk to these young people. I ain't saying you walk around here and squill on people. Everybody like, I ain't talking, man. Get away from me. Don't ask me no questions. I ain't saying nothing. You might save somebody's life. The life you save might be yours, or it might be the person that's trying to get you in a game. Somebody got to say something. We are losing too many young people to this violence that's going on in our community. Does it make sense? Do you care? Do anybody out there, anybody listening? Hello? I know I got somebody watching. I hope somebody watch when I'm off the air. We got so much talent, from music to art to people opening up their own businesses. The money we spend in bullets, you can invest in a business, a product, a service, something to help in this road that we're on. Our young people shouldn't be suffering for lack of knowledge. We have to come together. I ain't pointing fingers. I'm just saying enough is enough. We're not talking about love. We're not being responsible. We're not showing our people what our ancestors showed us. 400 and some years of slavery. They worked for free. They worked free. Why do we keep suffering when all the technology and information that flows like the rivers, like the seas, you're full of knowledge, and you're being hook-winked to say, you're dumb, you stupid, you crazy. Those are negative words to make you feed into that. You're the most brilliant person on this planet. You're full of knowledge. You're full of everything that God has given you. School open next week. Will there be a change? You are the change. The young people, you can make a difference. Step up to the plate. You don't need a gun to make a change. That's the enemy trick to make you believe you bad. Oh, you bad. Walk past the cemetery and see the bad people. Walk to the jails. Tell them to let you go to the jail and visit your dad or your brother, your uncle. They bad. And I know they're telling you, hey, get your life straight. Don't wind up like me. Don't go down the road like me. Because I met people in the club that got out of prison. It was there for 20 and 30 years. And when I told him I was doing a comic book, and I gave the guy one, and he came back the next night and said, Brian, I read your book. Man, don't give up to reach those young people. I went to prison when I was 15 years old. I just got out a few days ago, and I'm 30-some years old. They ain't going to make it in that monster. They're not going to make it. If it wasn't for an old head, I wouldn't have made it. Who protected me? I had hired a guy as a bus boy at my club, and he wanted to learn how to DJ. And I said, okay, when the club is over, I'll go up there and show you, how to use the equipment and tell you how to, you let you work for 30 an hour. And he did. And then when the club was the last 30 minutes, just to give him a little audition so he could do his thing with a crowd. So you can go up there for the next 30 minutes and see what you can do. We're about to close anyway. We still got a nice crowd. But, he went up there and did his thing, and he was pretty good. Pretty good. He was in the making to become a royal horseman. That's the group I named at the Club Royal Blue. Royal Blue needed royal horsemen, people that know how to handle what they could do, their skills, their techniques, their voice work, their turntable skills. I had DJs from radio stations begging, can I call myself a royal horseman? Man, everywhere we go, man, people be asking, are y'all part of the royal horsemen at the Club Royal Blue? We had talented local DJs. Another DJ I gave an opportunity at the Club Royal Blue. He was one of DJ Heart Attack friends. Hired him as a security. He was a long distance truck driver. And he said, I can DJ too. I said, okay, go on up there. Let me see what you can do. He went up there. It's okay. So, hey, man, you bad. You bad. Tell you what, until I can get get a pay slot, in my neck, when I have a meeting with the owner, because that's a different payroll and everything. But hold on, I'll get you through there. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing your thing. That DJ that truck driver became to be Easy G on the turntables. And from there, he was able to secure a job at 103 Jams, which I think he might still be there as an engineer. I had DJs that come from radio stations at Picasso's, other places, when I could afford. I had the bag to pay everybody. Jack of Spade used to play at Club Picasso's. He'll come in about 2:45, take it from 3 until 4 o'clock. That's right. From there, he wound up getting a job at 103 Jams with his partner who left to go to California. Who did the MC work. Picasso's was the groundbreaking place for everybody. It was the only club. We did a lot. We had entrepreneurs, people that had shops, merchandise, that we allowed them to come to the club and sell in the parking lot. We had the church next door selling dinners outside and cakes and pies to raise money for the church. But they don't talk about that. They said we was bribing the community. Or was the community thriving? Bribing and thriving might sound alike, but we weren't trying to bribe nobody. It thrived. The same thing they trying to do down at the beach now. We were doing it at Club Picasso's. We was the first in the beach to do it. So when people are sitting there running their mouths, they don't even know. We supported our local talent, our local businesses. Everything we done was not just about making money in the club game. It was making an opportunity for the Black community that they ain't doing, they're trying to do now. But it seems funny when every time they're trying to do something, they bring the most talented people that don't know how to do it. That's why I can speak. Because when God give you a gift, it comes from God. It don't come from man. That's why when I shut down anything that I do, when God tell my spirit, let me correct it. Let me correct myself. When my spirit tells me to leave, I'm out. I'm out. Whenever my spirit tells me to leave any club, I'm out. So when people sit around here playing a game, they don't know. I'm not playing games. I created it. I created it. And why you said you created it? Because I had mentors. I studied the people that was before me, like Bob Disco, Mr. Magic Fields. That's right, from Berkeley. Holla. When I used to go to Short Schumann Hall, when I was about 20 or 21, and I saw him, man, I'm like, whoa, that guy got it going on. Man, when I want to learn how to do that. I got to learn how to do that because I love to dance. I'm a dancer. So you can't touch me on the dance floor. You might be able to do it now. You know, you think Missy dance or Beyonce. Man, I used to clear floors. I don't care what club I went in, where I went to dance. Everybody stopped dancing to watch me dance. That's right. Many gifts, many talents. But it's not about me. It's about what I'm born or sent to do. That's why I make these videos. So when I'm no longer here, the people will say, he told us. That's what the Bible is. The Bible is your history book. It's your history book. It's telling you about you. But no, they got you twisted. They got you believing that it ain't. That's why you don't read it. That's why chaos is going around. They can talk about everything else in school, but they won't let you bring that Bible in there. Won't you start bringing that Bible? Hello, I'm going to ask the city council or school board, can people bring the Bible into classes? Or whatever book they read, the Quran, or whatever book that inspires them to motivate them to stop this negativity. We can talk all we want to, unless God is in the mix. Unless God is in the mix, you can forget it. in the name of Jesus, if it ain't in the mix, you can forget it. You see what's going on. The enemy is real. Our kids are lacking the knowledge of self. Oh, they want to stop talking about slavery. Well, let's don't talk about slavery. Let's just bring the Bible into schools. That's all. You can do away with the slavery. You can't change that. But you can change and let the Bible come back into school. Why can't we let the Bible come back into school? I'm going to let you change Black history. Our young people need guidance, spiritual guidance. They can't win without it. I'm going to make it my business to call or talk, because I ain't playing. It's about the future generation. It's about the future generation. I'm going to move on because there's a couple of things I want to touch on. Not that today. We did that one already. This is tonight. The Bullying Magazine 2023 First Annual Recognition Award. If you haven't got your tickets, I don't know if there's any left, but I was nominated to receive an award. That doors open at 6 o'clock in the town center at the Z. And maybe I'll win, maybe I won't. But it's an honor to be nominated. But the most important thing is, this is from the Bully Magazine that put this event on. Bullying Magazine. We all got to come together. This is a marathon. We need every able person to get on board. I will be speaking to individuals when I go there to have them on the show for the fall, finding out who's doing what, and invite them over to the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show. I am not playing no games this year. Just want you to know that. 2, I want to talk about this young lady right here, because I want to play her song, and it won't take long because I got 2 artists. This is Hope Askew, aka Hope Shear. A Dose of Hope Radio. That's her. That's the Dose of Hope. And this is a song that I didn't know because it's under Hope Askew. You're the one. Well, Hope, I want to introduce this song so that people can go to all music outlets and listen to WVDM Radio. Take a moment to listen. Hold up. Hold up. That ain't Hope. That's somebody else. I forgot I got 2 songs. 3 songs. Listen. Hold up. That ain't the one either. Man, you know, I can't. Excuse me, I apologize, but let me hit this one right here. I thought I loaded it. I didn't load it in. So let me go to the other artists, and I'm going to come back for Hope Share. Hope, hold on. Well, I can still do it while I'm doing this. I do apologize because I thought I loaded the song, and unfortunately I didn't. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, stop it. Stop it. Hit the add button. Come on, man. This is crazy. This is what happens when you're doing something. And every time you're trying to do things, it doesn't turn out right. And I do apologize for the inconvenience of of that incident, because I thought I had already added it. No, I didn't. So please stand by for a moment while I briefly get this song loaded to the right format. I do apologize. I was rushing, and with me rushing, I forgot to put it so I can load it into the right format. So let me go down here and now add it. Just give me a brief moment, and I'll play the song for you. And I do apologize, because I try to be as professional as I can. Try to be as professional as I can, and I do apologize for that. Again, this is a song. Is it going to let me load it now? This is what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the other artists and put them on, and that way I'll have to erase. Stand by as I go back to this artist and put her on. I do apologize again. Man, it's crazy. It gets crazy when you're doing things with technology. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this song here. No, not that one either. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It is really getting to the point where I don't know where the music is. And I thought I had already loaded these pictures in, but since I haven't, I'm going to skip it. Let me see how much time I got left to do what I'm trying to do before I have to sign off. As we continue to inform you, when your show is going so great, and then all of a sudden you just lose it. And do I have enough time to add? I might have enough time to add. Let me do this. Add the picture of the album cover. Okay, I didn't add that either. But give me one more second, and I'm going to get that picture cover up there. I do apologize for being not being prepared like I should have been. And I thought I took this album cover out and put it up, but apparently I didn't. But what's going to happen is I just will run over a few moments. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to put the album cover up. This young man is going to be coming on the show real soon. And I wanted to get his album cover up. Just a pushing buttons. Okay, let's move this over here. Pull this over there. Again, we were discussing different topics today, and I do apologize for not being totally prepared for this slight hookup today that I thought I had already prepared this record to be played. That this album cover would have been up there. So, hope everybody is having a great day. For those that are just chiming in, I was trying to get this new single cover up so that I can play the song, and show the album cover for the song. It's entitled "I'm Good," and it's by Dazay. It's a gospel song, and it has a lot of meaning in it. And I hope that you enjoy it and support it. You can buy it on the music outlet platforms, and it's called "I'm Good."
Listen,
take a listen.
I done been through a lot of stuff. This right here is my testimony. This is my story. I'm thankful I'm still here. I'm good. Listen. Mama said no matter what's going on, keep your head up, keep your head up. So what if folks talk about you? They talk about Jesus. When I was 19, I tried to commit suicide. That was my third time. Yeah. See, I tried to take my life. When I think about what I've been through, I'm so thankful I made it through. Made it, I made it. I put it all behind you. Yeah. Ain't nothing in my way, yeah. I'm good. Hey, I'm good. When I think about what I've been through. I'm so thankful I made it through. Made it, I made it. I put it all behind you. Yeah. Ain't nothing in my way. Yeah. I'm good. Hey, I'm good. I remember when I closed my mama's eyes. I remember the tears I've cried. Even so, my mental was insane. Tried to drink myself away. I tried to numb the pain. Been homeless a few times, but it's alright. Think about what I've been through. Hey. I'm so thankful I made it through. I've been through so much. I put it all behind you. Ain't nothing in my way. Ain't nothing in my way. I'm good. Hey.
That was Dazay, "I'm Good." And the next song is by Hope Share, this song is recorded as Hope Asks You, You're the One. Take a listen for a moment.
all the days of my life. You're powerful. You're powerful. You're so amazing. And everything you do, you purify. I lift you high. You're above all the earth to watch over me, loving me and holding me. I just wanna say, Larry,
there is no one like you in all the earth.
you are the one.
You're the only one.
You are the one.
You're the one.
There
There is no one like you in all the earth.
and all the
You're the
earth.
only one.
You are the
You're the
one.
one.
That's called You Are the One. That's in all music outlets by Hope Askew. Yes, it's a great song. And like I keep trying to explain to people what I do, it's about our community. It's about our artists, gospel, R&B, pop, or rock. But I got one more I want to introduce you to. I met this young lady last Saturday down at the Pavilion. And man, her music, I went to the thing and I wound up buying all her music. I bought, a lot of her music because she has definitely a true meaning in what she's singing. And she goes by the name of Just a Moment. I'm going to give you that name. This young lady, she's got about, 4 or 5 different albums. I just couldn't stop spending money. I think what you call it, call me, say your credit card is overdue. It's from the Unapologetic Queen. T So Dope. T So Dope. That's the name of that EP. And this is her song that, man, I'm just telling you, we got talent here. We got to support our local artists.
Black girl, just be you. Growth is gaining, you ain't got nothing to lose. Just saying your bangs, you ain't got nothing to prove. You a queen, sent the rain, so just live in your truth. Black girl, black girl, black girl, black girl, black girl. This was for my sisters that's trying to figure it out. Moving forward, pushing past all the doubt. Rather put in that work, no time for pity, won't pout. Go ahead, shine bright, let your hair hang out. 6 days a week in the gym. See, that's how you earn that snatch. 7th day, we gon' head right back. It's cause you're dedicated. Love where you came from, but then elevated. Promotion, last year, still not complacent. That's what it mean to be a strong black queen, like a sky deep beam. In fact, you better spread them wings to reach all them dreams. Have a sky deep beam impact. The opposite of an angry song. A safe space where black girls can all get along. No, we not frowned upon. And the beauty in our melanin gon' pop, whether we got any makeup on. Girl.
And the WVDM radio. And like I keep trying to explain to everybody, it's not about me. It's about our community. It's about our youth. It's about our future generation. We got to stop pretending. I don't play games. And I definitely don't play checkers. We have to come together, support our local artists. I just showed you 3. I just laid 3 on you. 3 on you. So, you got to get with it and stop to quit it, because our young people need our help. They need our help. It's been fun. I got to run. Catch me on WVDM radio. I'm everywhere. Download the amp. Go to, right now, I got it in both Google. If you go to Google and type in Google amps, for your Android, you can download the amp. In Apple, you can download the amp. All I'm asking you, just support the amp. Support it because it's built for our local artists. We got more coming. We got more things coming. And don't forget, young people, if you're 17, you can register to vote now. You can register to vote now if you're 17, because your life depends on what you do with it. You can make this election is going to be very important. We need you to register now. Register now. Register now. 17 years old. Because when 24 come in, that means you'll be 18 by November. Don't get it twisted. You have a voice and a right. Stand up for what our ancestors died for. Martin Luther King, Megan Everest, Malcolm X, and many, many more. For that vote, for you to use your voice to pick who you want to represent you. Locally is where it's at. State is where it's at. The president, that's everybody's business. But VA, 2 up and 2 down, 757, it's your choice. Who be on that city council? Who be up there in Richmond? Who be mayor of your city? That's what affect us. And let's get it. This is Captain 85. Keep it alive. Till the next time, I'm out. Thank you for watching, and please share this information.